Replacing elements. When it's time to reorder elements, your distributor will want 4 pieces of information: the model, voltage, phase, and whether it's a top and bottom or center element. When your elements arrive, make sure you keep them in the package until you're ready to use them. This will help keep you from mixing up your top and bottom and center elements. Each element package should include the following: 1 pre-stretched, pre-crimped element, 2 barrel connectors, 1 porcelain insulator, and enough element pins to repin the element. You will need the following tools to replace an element: side cutters, needle nose pliers, element crimper, and a wire stripper. Again, before working on your kiln, always unplug it first. Start by removing the control box to give you full access to the element connections. Use the side cutters to cut between the barrel connector and the porcelain insulator on each end of the element you are replacing. Remove the porcelain insulators. You will need to use at least one of these since your package only came with 1 replacement. Once all the pins are removed, use your needle nose pliers to help you gently pull the element out of the element groove. Cut the loops off each end of the element. If you look closely, you will notice that the element has crimps in it. These crimps are designed to fit into each corner of the brick. Check the crimp location so you know which end of the element to start with. Insert the pigtail through the terminal brick and begin feeding the element into the groove. Make sure the crimps are landing at the seams of the brick. After the element is in the groove, run your needle nose pliers over the top to seat it into the groove. Next, use your needle nose pliers to pin the element in place at each seam of the brick. Hold the pin at a 45-degree angle over the element and push it into the brick until the end of the pin is well inside the element groove. Slide the porcelain insulator over the element pigtail and into the heat shield. Hold the barrel connector up to the element pigtail and mark it so you will know where to make the cut. Use your side cutters to cut the element pigtail on your mark. Your crimper should have a crimp pattern like the one shown here. Place the barrel connector over the element pigtail and crimp it on the end closest to the insulator. Use the wire strippers to strip back the insulation on the feeder wires. You can use the barrel connector to gauge how much insulation you will need to strip back. Make sure you have your feeder wires in the correct position before you make your crimp. If you're unsure where they go, consult your wiring diagram in your manual. Give it a good tug to make sure the crimp is secure. The barrel connectors were designed to fit 2 feeder wires, so if you only have 1 feeder wire going in, you need to strip enough insulation back to double it over to get a tight fit. After you've reconnected the wires, close the box and reattach the screws. Plug the kiln back into the wall and then perform a test fire to make sure the kiln is operating correctly.